I want to talk about the word consequence. Consequence. A lot of people will misunderstand and think that consequence and punishment are the same thing, and they're far from the same thing. They're nowhere near the same thing. If you go to work and you do a good job, you will continue to get a paycheck. That is a reward for doing a good behavior. If you go to work, the consequence of doing a good job is getting a paycheck. If you go to work and you don't do a good job, you will no longer get a paycheck. They're going to fire you. So you're not going to get a paycheck anymore. That is a punishment. Punishment is a result of bad behavior. A reward is a result of good behavior. Results, bad or good, any result is a consequence. We talked about reward. We talked about punishment. Let's talk about this. I'm a heavyset woman. I like to eat. I eat a lot. I eat a lot of sweets. I eat a lot at one time. I won't eat a lot during the day, but I'll eat a lot at one time. So my body it's harder to process a lot of food when we're supposed to eat a lot of little meals. I eat a lot at one meal. It's not good for us. Therefore, I am a heavy person. Is that a punishment? Is being fat a punishment? No, it's a consequence. It's a result of my actions. When Adam and Eve did what they did, when we did what we did, I go through what I go through because I married this person, because I took that job, because I did this, because I did that. Consequences. We are not under a curse as humans. Everybody thinks that God cursed us. God did not curse us. God was actually protecting us. He set ground rules for us to protect us from the consequences of what would happen. He told Adam and Eve, don't eat of that fruit, because of the consequences they would suffer. The world would be condemned for what happened. So we're not under a curse. We're not being punished. It's definitely not a reward. This is a direct consequence. We made a choice. We actively sinned. We went against God's teaching. God told us right from wrong. He had our best interest in heart. We didn't listen. We went against what He said. And if you think, well, I didn't eat of the fruit. You woke up this morning and you did something wrong. Every day of your life you've done something wrong. Nobody's perfect. In Romans it tells us that all sin and all fall short of the glory of God. You're not perfect. You personally did something wrong. God told you or taught you or put it in your life to know that was not a good idea, and you actively chose to go against it, and now you are actively engaged in the consequences of that decision. So there's a difference between curse and punishment. There is a difference between reward and punishment, and reward and punishment are not the same, and punishment and consequence is not the same thing. We are experiencing the consequences of a deliberate decision, not being cursed. God bless. Have a good day.